Hello, everybody. My name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis in the state of Tennessee, county ship. And today is date, early Sunday morning, June the 5th, 2016, time 3:35 a.m. First, I thank for all my family, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I'll continue to keep myself employed right here in the city of Memphis, in the tri-state area. I'll continue to keep myself and continue to further my education at Monroe College online, pursuing my associate degree, studying business administration and concentration marketing. And the music you hear in the background, uh, that's radio.com. There's a variety of radio stations. And one of the radio stations, Bongo radio station. And so that's what you're hearing in the background. For today's video, we're going to continue to talk about African traditional religion. And I want to say a few things about current events. As you may or may not know, uh, a, a person who had a very positive uh, influence on many people around the world. I just say around the world. Uh, he was born, by the name Cassius Clay. But later on, he changed his name to Muhammad Ali. And then, Muhammad Ali, as you know or may not know, he passed away uh, this weekend. And we'll take this moment to get to express our sympathies with it and the family and friends of Muhammad Ali. Our thoughts and prayers, our condolences. And, the contribution that Muhammad Ali made, uh, you know, documented and be appreciated by many from generations on. Uh, so I want to take this opportunity to say rest in peace to Muhammad Ali. And again, we want to express our deepest sympathies and our condolences to the family and friends of Muhammad Ali. In our thoughts and our prayers. And 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 another issue that we excuse me, another thing we want to talk about on our current events is that the Kenyan government, the African on the African continent, the government of Kenya is continuing to make sure that they get this refugee camp Dadaab closed permanent and get those Somali people out of that refugee camp and send them back to their own country. Over 100,000, over 100,000 living in a refugee camp. There's enough people in that refugee camp to get to defend themselves. There's enough men in the refugee camp sitting in the refugee camp running, claiming that they running from Al Shabaab over, the terrorist group in Somalia. There's over 100,000 of them Somalis living in a refugee camp. Whatever problem you have with Al Shabaab, it's enough of those men in there that they can defend themselves, or. But we know that the real reason why the Somali people are doing that is that they are trying to impose Islam on the Niger Congo people, and that as you know that there was some terrorists that used that excuse me, they used that refugee camp as a way to terrorize Kenya. There have been some terrorist attacks in Kenya, and this day that refugee camp was being used by the terrorists to carry out terrorist attacks in Kenya. So that refugee camp is a problem, and that the Afro-Asiatic is misusing the refugee camp for terrorism. The refugee camp is a place where people are supposed to go to seek refuge. You understand? And the so-called terrorists, the Afro-Asiatics, and that's not just in Somalia. As you can see now, that all these migrants leaving Eritrea and leaving Somalia, leaving Ethiopia, leaving Egypt, leaving Libya, leaving Syria, leaving Jordan, they just leaving all over the Middle East, and they just getting on a boat or just trying to claim that they're trying to leave oppression and trying to go to Europe. Well, see, this whole thing is about them trying to impose the Afro-Asiatic are trying to impose their culture on other groups of people. That's what it is. Trying to force other groups of people to be a Muslim and to practice Islam. See, ISIS is not the only terrorists. So when you see people trying to disguise themselves as civilians, they're terrorists. They're trying to disguise themselves as poor refugees who being oppressed, and have a repressive government. Things this nature, they only lying. And what needs to be done, the United Nations needs to close down these refugee camps. Now you talking about you want to send peacekeepers somewhere? Send peacekeepers to Somalia and to Eritrea. That's where you need to send a peacekeeper. You don't need to send no peacekeeper to Burundi or Kenya or anywhere else. That's where you need to send a peacekeeper over to Syria. Send them over there to Syria. You see ISIS over there. You don't see them trying to send no peacekeepers over there. The problem that they causing over there. Send the United Nations peacekeeper to Syria with ISIS over there. Send them over there. Then we had an incident this week in Somalia, Al-Shabaab, the terrorist group, the Somali terrorist group, Al-Shabaab, they carried out another terrorist attack in Mogadishu, in the capital of Somalia, where the president of Somalia lives, where the presidential palace and all this is there. A car bomb exploded in Mogadishu. A car bomb knocked down a hotel and the building that was next door to it. A car bomb. Now you're saying, well, what's the point? The point is this. The president of Somalia is still sitting in Somalia, and he lives right there in Mogadishu. The presidential palace is right there in Mogadishu. Al-Shabaab blowed up a hotel in Mogadishu with a car bomb. Do you see something strange about this whole thing? If Al-Shabaab got a problem with the way things are being done in Somalia, why don't you just go ahead and kill the president of Somalia and overthrow the government? That's what other people do. They just want their own, just like the person over there in Nigeria, Buhari. You remember him? You remember what he did? You remember what the current president of Nigeria, you remember what he did? Do you remember? He overthrew the government in Nigeria. Now he's the president of Nigeria. So when you see Al-Shabaab, you hear about Al-Shabaab in Somalia, and they blowing up buildings in Mogadishu. You see the president of Somalia still sitting there. Nobody, there's no attempt on his life. No whatsoever. Next thing you know, he'll be on TV again, sitting up in front of you and sitting up in front of me. He'll, he'll even get a visa. He can come on over to the United States. He can come on over. So, but like I said, on today's video, we're going to continue talking about African traditional religion. Good. When we talk about African traditional religion, we don't never ever forget that African traditional religion is not a phrase. African traditional religion is a way of life. African traditional religion is being taught. It's being taught at institutions of higher learning in sub-Saharan Africa. Colleges, universities in sub-Saharan Africa, they teach African traditional religion. You can earn a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD in African traditional religion. That's right. You can earn a degree in African traditional religion. learn, get all the information that you need to get about the requirements. You're interested in going to school in Sub-Saharan Africa, get all the information you need so you can get enrolled and attend classes at the campus. The Department of Religion and Philosophy, they give you all the information. They teach African traditional religion in Sub-Saharan Africa. We're in Sub-Saharan Africa. Well, let's look at the map. Now, when we talk about Sub-Saharan Africa, what we talking about? Sub-Saharan Africa. Well, certain parts of the map. This is a language map. It shows you the no, shows you a certain part of Africa. But these are the groups of people that live in Africa, in this part of Africa. This is a language map. The part that's in the blue, that's the Afro-Asiatic. The yellow that you see, the yellow, that's a Malo-Saharan. Then you see the dark orange and the light orange. The dark orange, that's the Niger-Congo A. And then you see the dark orange, that's the Niger-Congo B, Bantu. And so they, as you can see, it got the color code. See the color blue, it say Afro-Asiatic. The color yellow, that's the Nilo-Saharan. The kind of dark, that dark orange color, that's the Niger-Congo A. The light orange color, that's the Niger-Congo B, the Bantu. Then you see that green color, that's the Khoi people and the San people. When you see it say Khoi, San, those are two groups of people. The Khoi people and the San people. And then you see the purple over there on Madagascar, the island of Madagascar. Those are Austronesians. So these are the groups of people that live on the African continent. Now you see that's Sub-Saharan Africa. You're seeing part of it. When you see the orange and the light orange, that's what they refer to as Sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa. And then you see this part of Africa, that's Sub-Saharan Africa. And this is another map that uh, gives you another look at sub-Saharan Africa. This is a map of the Niger Congo language group. Niger Congo. You have your South Volta, Bantu, Bantor besides Bantu, your other East Benue Congo, your West Benue Congo, and your Quay. That's your South Volta. Then you have your North Volta, Niger Congo. Your North Volta is your Kru, Sinufo, your Gur Volta language, and your Adamawa, Ubanjian. That's your North Volta. Then you have your other primary branches, your Kordofan, your Mandi, your Atlantic, and your Dogon. Niger Congo. Niger Congo. It's another map, language map. Niger Congo. Your Atlantic group, that's the Wolof, your Fule, and your Sira also. Sira. And you have your Mandi group, Bambare, Mandingo, um, Diulate. Then you have your Kru. You have your Gur, and the Gur is Mori. You have your Quay, Bali, Can, and Iwi. You have your Dogon. You have your Ajoy, your Adamawa, your Bunji, Jibaye, Banda, and Zandi. You have your Kordofanians. You have your non-Bantor, Yaruba, and Igbo. Then you have your Bantor, Fang, Tiki, Lingale, Mongo, and Kundu, Congo, Choki, Lube, Luganda, Rwanda, Rundi, Sukume, Kikuyu. You have your Bantu, Swahili, Makuwe, and Yanje, Bimbe, Shone, Tisange, Northern Soto, Zulu, Southern Soto, Kosa, Tiswane, and Dange, Umbundu, and all the others who may not have been on this list, but are Niger Congo, Sub-Saharan Africa. And like I said, Sub-Saharan African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning in Sub-Saharan Africa. One more thing I want to say before I start reading. Good thing, good thing to bring up. This week, this past week, on the History Channel, uh, the remake of the of the story that the author Alex Haley, that he wrote, the book Roots, and the book got made into a movie, a mini series. And at first it started with Roots, and then it was Roots, the next generation. Then it was Queen. It was about an American, family, about the slavery situation here in America. It goes all the way back to a slave who was brought over, Kunta Kinte, uh, from West Africa, he was Mandingo. And this, the story about uh, Alex Haley's ancestor, Kunta Kinte, how he was in Africa and was captured and put on a slave ship and was brought over on a slave ship to be a slave. And you know how that story goes. And this week on the History Channel, the movie that had been, the remake of the movie Roots, the miniseries, they remade it. It's uh, Roots, was remade, and so it came on this week. I didn't catch all the episodes, but I was able to, to watch the first episode. I didn't watch it on TV. I watched it on my desktop, and got Comcast and things like that. So you can do things like that today, and I didn't get the chance to record it on the television because well, I mean, for all of us who got Comcast, you can record. I could have recorded Roots on the television. It could have came back, but I didn't get the chance to do it, so I had to go on my desktop and watch it. But what I want to say about now, this is just my opinion, my personal opinion. Now, everybody else, you have your own individual opinion and how you may feel how the movie, the new Roots, not the old Roots and the new Roots. Whatever your opinion is, that's your personal opinion. My personal opinion is my personal opinion, and where I view it, the first Roots, it was done to the best it could be. I mean, because I can still sit here and watch the first Roots. You understand? And I can watch the Roots, the next generation, and still be drawn to it. Instead of walking away, oh man, change the channel. I'm finna watch NFL. I'm finna watch the NBA championship. See who's gonna win. No, I'm finna go watch Queen. Yeah. Wait a minute. Queen, come on. Let me record it. And I'm finna watch. Well, but the way Roots, the first Roots, I sit there and watch it, and I block out all the other channels. I just ignore them. I sit there and watch Roots from the beginning all the way to the end. I still sit there and watch that because it draws. I'm attracted to it, and I get drawn to it, and I get into it. I sit there and watch it. And the next generation also, I really like the next generation because it showed a lot of things about how after the Civil War, how so many African Americans started moving around and going different places, not just on the plantation, and how a lot of how this country came to change from you see this country changing over periods of time, and you see how a family of people who live during this all this time continue to tell this story from one generation to the next. They continue to keep this information in the family and continue to talk about Kunta Kinte, and not just Kunta Kinte, because Kunta Kinte told him about his family in West Africa, in the village of Jufra. And so the next generation draw me to it. And I watched Queen. And that was pretty interesting to watch. And but Roots, the new Roots, remake of the movie Roots, um, it got my attention, and I was drawn to it. And I didn't feel like I wanted to go watch something else, change the channel or wasn't interested at all. It was interesting to me. I be honest with you, I like the way it started. It starts back, it starts about in the village of Jufri, and started talking about Kunta Kinte. And now they made, I think, when they made it, uh, may have moved a little too fast. Know how you talk about it. You may not went in depth a little more, a little further, but it was kind of abbreviated at the beginning. But not, it was good. It was good because I like what it shows the culture. One of the issues that I've been having is about the culture of the Mandingo and the way of life of the Niger Congo. It gave you a glimpse. I was hearing the language on the new Roots, and I like with the actors and the actresses, because I was hearing they were singing a song and the way the language. And see, this is what young people growing up need to hear. They need to hear the culture of their own of their people, their ancestors in sub-Saharan Africa, the Niger Congo. It's something that needs to be done, needs to be emphasized from here on out. And that's what I like to that's one thing I want to say, that I like that they included that in the new Roots, is that I've seen these actors and actresses learn the language. They learn the culture of the Mandingo and some of the surrounding, other people of the Koro, and they gotta give you a view, give you an opportunity to see this issue about slavery. And there are many people who try to, when you talk about slavery, they want to get to the blame, the faults, who's to blame, whose fault is it, and things that you understand the right and the wrong and all this, you know. And see, when you be getting all this DNA stuff done, see, this with all this attitude, all this negative disposition that individuals try to they try to express and direct toward the Niger Congo people and their descendants like me. They try to direct some in me. You understand? Because my ancestors, Niger Congo, they'll sit there and try to argue with you and try to I hate you and because they living over here in America, they done went and got a DNA test done. Then they want to jump their ass on an airplane. You understand? Want to jump their ass on an airplane and then go to Africa and things of this nature and talk to some people over in Africa. And you mad and upset with the Niger Congo because the Aro Confederacy and the Oyo Confederacy, the Ngale, and all the other Niger Congo. So you can go to African Holocaust and on the African Holocaust website, and it'll show you all the groups that were involved in the slave trade, who were the slave traders, and who were the ones who were being traded, who were the slaves that were being traded. So you have all these individuals who are going to get a DNA test. Then you find out that your ancestor came over here as a slave and was a Nilo-Saharan, was an Afro-Asiatic. So your viewpoint about slavery will be different than my viewpoint because my ancestor, not a Nilo-Saharan, not Afro-Asiatic, but Niger Congo. So you would call yourself assuming, assuming, assuming that you can come to me with all this negative shit, all this negative disposition, and all this blame and all this. Well, I tell you like this: when I see move roots, my ancestors, the elders, whatever it was about slavery, whatever the reason for slavery, understand? I'm not gonna be sitting around here walking around with my head held down and sitting around here like I'm guilty of something. Like I gotta give an apology. I'm not finna apologize for a damn thing. Not me. I'm not finna apologize about no damn slavery. Not me. So you can go get a DNA test done and whoever your ancestor not no saying Afro Asian, it don't mean a damn thing to me. It don't mean a damn thing to me. My ancestor Niger Congo. And then my ancestor Abro Confederacy, Oyo Confederacy, all the Niger Congo Ngale, all the Niger Congo A, Niger Congo B. All the ones that got sent over here as slaves, the ones that made it and the ones that didn't make it. Those are my ancestors, all of them. The ones that you want to blame for slavery, the ones who were victims of slavery, they all my ancestors. They all my ancestors, all of them. And I'm not apologizing for a damn thing. I'm not concerned about your negative disposition. I'm not concerned whatsoever. I'm glad they had to move the roots. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, from what I saw on the first episode, and then it was done in color, because in this day and time, we got a little more technology, and the uh, the special effects that I seen, some of the way it was done. That's what I'm saying. The technology that we have today, the movie was done in a way, and I think that was a good thing that would get people to want to watch. Roots is that the technology that we have today is something that'll draw people to want to watch Roots, and that was something the culture, you know, that's very interesting. That'll draw your attention for all of us whose ancestors are Niger Congo, A and B. That when you see the things that are being talked about at the very beginning in the village of Jufre and things, you learn a lot. See, when you see your ancestors and things of this nature, it wasn't all about no Islam. See, that's one thing. That's a very important thing to watch and to pay attention to when you watch Roots. When you see the very beginning about the village of Jufre. See, when you hear the name Kunta Kinte and how the people named, they carried the name. It wasn't no Muslim name or Arabic name or anything. The people spoke their own language. They maintained their own culture. They didn't go and change nothing or change themselves or anything. I was watching how the young boys were being trained to be a Mandingo warrior. See, that's a very important thing for a little boy who living over here in America or right here in the Western Hemisphere. How the young girls were raised and how they were taught how young boys and young girls will talk, how to be in a relationship, how to have how a man could be a husband, how a woman could be a wife. You understand how to, it didn't have anything to do with no Islam. Excuse me. It wasn't all no Islam. It was the culture of the people, and that's what you pay attention to. You don't have to just sit there and watch and be waiting to watch and hear some assalamu alaikum in the movie. That's all you waiting on there. That's all. That's all you waiting. You waiting to hear somebody say assalamu alaikum in the movie rules. You confused. You confused because the people kept their own culture. That's what you see. That's the thing about that movie that I like, is that they show that people who are Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B, they kept their own culture. No matter what nobody, no Arabs and no Nilo-Saharan with their Islam stuff. The Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B, they kept their own culture. That's what you see, and that's what you should be learning today. The culture of the Niger Congo A and the culture of the Niger Congo B. And any issue, any questions that you may have about slavery, talk to the Niger Congo A, talk to the Niger Congo B about slavery, about the culture of the Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B. Don't just come up with your own, draw your own by yourself, and not you ain't even gotten in contact with anybody in Sub-Saharan Africa, Niger Congo A, Niger Congo B. You just watch Roots by yourself, and now you're walking around. But when you watch, like I said, I only got the opportunity to watch the first episode, and like I said, I really liked it because, like I said, that was the thing that I liked about it. That it showed that the Niger Congo A and B maintained their culture. You seen the young men being taught to be Mandingo warriors. You seen the young women being taught to be how to be a Mandingo woman. It showed many things about the people, how to have a village, and how the government was set up. When you heard about the Mandingo king, the king of the Mandingo, see the things that you listen to, you pay attention to. There was a king, and the people who lived in there, they were loyal to the king. So, like I say, I haven't finished. I haven't seen the rest of the movie. And then another thing about the movie, Bruce, is when they was on a slave ship, and being brought over on the slave ship, and then when Kunta Kinte was actually brought to America, and soon he got to America, he ran, and now that part of the movie I think was kind of, I think they moved a little fast. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't put that much emphasis in the movie on the how it was like they spent a lot of time on the slave ship part of the movie, how they tried to have a revolt on the ship, and they showed how life was on the ship, which I understand. People need to see that, but I feel like in the movie itself, spend a lot of time on showing that there was a revolt and the outcome of the revolt on the ship. But then when it got to the part of the movie where, after the revolt, you still end up getting brought to America, you know, and got put on a plantation. And then, once he got on the plantation, not saying, how it was put together, it kind of moved, could have been a little more, let me say, the part of the movie when Coach Kente ran away and they had the dogs running after him and chasing him and things of that nature. Then he got beat because he didn't want to answer to his name, and it took a vicious beating for him to say, "My name is Toby," and all that. But it kind of gave you a glimpse of life on the plantation, and it, that part of it, it kind of, I think they skipped around and didn't really show the harsh conditions of it. You showed Kunta Kinte being beat, you understand? You showed that, and making him say his name is Toby. But I think that, you know, it wasn't, when you're on the plantation, it's not just Kunta Kinte on the plantation by itself, Fiddler, things of this nature. But there were others. When you deal with the issue of slavery, I feel like on that part, when you're on the plantation, you should show the reality of the plantation, the other side, the harsh, the truth of life on the plantation. I think that's what you skipped around and kind of put more emphasis on making him say his name is Toby. That's what I'm trying to say, is that you put more emphasis on a slave, an individual slave, Kunta Kinte getting beat. But see, he was a slave on the plantation. Him being beat is not the only bad thing, or it's the conditions on the plantation. See, when you see those women on the plantation, that's another part of the harsh conditions. Here is, you're a man, you're around women. This one for this, and you got women on the planet who are around men. That's a part of being harsh, being cruel, making you have to go out and work all day, and you got a grown woman, a grown man being around each other, and there's no sexual relations between a man and a woman in a normal way. But it's on the plantation, and the slave master, he controls. He in control of that. And then, when you see a movie, did you notice how the slave would dress? See, this is what you're looking at on the plantation. And it's like some slave. You hear people talk about slave. You'll say some slave masters were not as cruel as others. That's what I'm trying to say. You'll try to compare one white slave owner to another white slave owner, but they all slave owners. They all own slaves on the plantation. You'll say one slave owner was less cruel, less brutal You understand? Then the other white slave owner. That is something that you know, but you didn't show it because this the mentality that myself and others who were descendants of Kunta Kinte and all the other slaves on the plantation is that you'll talk about the the white people who own slaves. You'll say things like, just like when Kunta Kinte was getting beat, and the person who was, the white person who had the whip, just because he was beating him with the whip, that don't mean he was the more vicious and more cruel white person on the plantation. Because you seen a white woman on the plantation who stood there and watched Kunta Kinte be beat, and to say his name is Toby, because she was the one who named him Toby. She sat there and watched. See, this is what you have to deal with when you deal with people and you talk about slavery. You had one person, you had a white man who had a whip in his hand, and he beat Kunta Kinte. Then you had a white woman who was a slave owner. She was a slave owner. And the white man that beat Kunta Kinte worked for the white woman. See? But you gonna say that that white man was more cruel, more vicious, you understand, more hateful to Kunta Kinte than the white woman who owned Kunta Kinte and who was the employer of the white man. See, that's what you don't forget, that the white woman in the movie, she was a slave owner, and she sat there and watched Kunta Kinte get beat. See, she was a slave owner, but you will say because she was a white woman that she was less cruel, less violent, more or less, she sympathized. You know what I'm saying? She felt sorry for Kunta Kinte. Why are you gonna say she felt sorry? She a slave owner. All them slaves on the plantation, she owned them, and she'll do whatever it takes to keep her slave. When Kunta Kinte ran away, she was the one who sent the slave captures. Go get my slave and bring them back. She owned it. So, when you watch, Roots and the new Roots, there's so many things that can be brought up. And, your viewpoint and things like that. But one thing that you should do, include myself, that you should get in contact with the Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B in this day and time. All of us who are descendants of Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B, we should get in contact with Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B when you talk about the new roots and the old roots when you talk about slavery. Because you should not sit over in the Western Hemisphere and not be raised in Sub-Saharan Africa with the Niger Congo and Niger Congo B and assume that you know what you're talking about. Because you don't. How can you know what you're talking about and you have not been raised in Sub-Saharan Africa? You don't know the culture. When you see the first beginning of Roots, what do you know? Think about that. When you see the first beginning of Roots, and when you hear the language, do you know what they said? Do you know when you hear Mandingo? What that mean? Mandingo. If you don't know what it means, just like I'm sitting here trying to understand, trying to learn about the culture of the Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B, then that's what it means. You don't know what you're talking about. Me and you both. because we were raised over here in the Western Hemisphere. So that's the mistake that you should not make, is to sit over here in the Western Hemisphere and not be in contact with the Niger Congo A and Niger Congo B and assume that you know what you're talking about, because you don't. But when I get the chance, I'm gonna make sure I finish watching the new Roots. Then some, it's been time. Now we got the YouTube channel thing. Now I go back and watch the old Roots, all of them. Roots, the first Roots, Roots, the Next Generation, and Queen. Now they got the new Roots, and I be go back and watch things of nature. But like I say, uh, when you had the opportunity, uh, watch the new Roots. I'm going to reading. I'll start reading. Talking about you remember iLanguages? Remember iLanguages.org? iLanguages.org, Yaruba, and iLanguages.org, Igbo. Okay, we're gonna go to the iLanguages.org, Yaruba, and iLanguages.org, Igbo. And we over here in the Yaruba and Igbo vocabulary. So we're gonna start with Yaruba, and we're gonna start on we're gonna go down here where it says scroll down where it says words related to family and relatives. Boy, Omokurin, son, Omokurin, brother, Erekurin, man, Erekurin, father, Baba, grandfather, Baba, girl, Omobarin, daughter, Omobarin, sister, Erebarin, woman, Erebarin, mother, Aye, grandmother, Aye. So let's go to the Igbo vocabulary. scroll down where it said words related to family and relatives. Igbo, boy, Inwe, Inwoki, son, Inwe, Inwoki, brother, Inwe, Ini, Inwoki, man, Inwoki, father, Ine, grandfather, Ine, Ini, girl, Inwe, Inwanya, daughter, Inwe, Inwanya, sister, Inwe, Ini, Inwanya, woman, Inwanya, mother, Ini, grandmother, Ini, Ine, Ini. So that was ilanguages.org, Yaruba, ilanguages.org, Igbo. At the end of our video today, we're gonna go to learn Yaruba, learn101.org, learn101.org, Yaruba, and learn101.org, Igbo. Okay. Now, what I was going to, like I was saying to everybody, you can go to the AfricanHolocaust.net and go, and you can go to the section where it says My Faith, and where it says slavers and enslaved groups, and the ethnic groups that were most frequently transported across the Atlantic came from a relatively small ethnic pool: Congo, or the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Angola, Mandi of Upper Guinea, Gibi speakers of Togo, Ghana, and Benin, Aja, Mina, Iwi, and Fawn, Akan of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, Wolof of Senegal and the Gambia, Igbo of southeastern Nigeria, Mbundu of Angola, include Oven Bundu, Yoruba of southwestern Nigeria, the Chambe of Cameroon, Makawe of Mozambique. Now, the groups most active in procuring captives were the Oyo of Benin, Ngale, Kebu, and Bengale, Asante Man, Dahomey. The Aero Confederacy of Angola includes Ogunbundu. So those were the groups most active in procuring captives. And oh women, that's Niger Congo though. All those groups you just heard, Niger Congo. So if your ancestor was a Nilo-Saharan, and your ancestor was a Afro-Asiatic, and you got sent on, and your ancestor got sent over on as a slave, and your ass walking around here with some kind of disposition about slavery. Man, your disposition don't mean a damn thing to me. That's my position. Okay. Now we're gonna start back on our reading African traditional religion. And the book we read from, West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasede Ewelelu and Dr. P. Adelumo Dopemu. And we're in chapter 5, the courts of God and the divinities. Liturgy. Liturgy is the prescribed forms of ritual for public worship. We can further define liturgy as a means of communication and communion with deity within the context of worship. Liturgy is made up of several elements. The presence or absence of any other elements in any act of worship depends largely on the nature of worship. For example, the morning worship may not be more than pouring libations for the invisible spirits, breaking of cola nuts, and committing the family to the divine care, while on the other hand, the public worship and the annual festivals may be accompanied by music, drumming, and general rejoicing. However, the following elements from the structure of liturgy: libation. This is the act of pouring some liquid to the spirits, and the act is accompanied by prayer. Throughout West Africa, libation is taken to be an essential aspect of worship. Water is most frequently used, but people also use spirits, beer, liquid, or palm wine as occasion demands. An elder blessing a person will pour out some spirits on the ground for the spirits of the family to sanction the blessing. A person planning to build a house may ask an adult member of his family to bless the pot, to bless the plot. The elder excuse, in doing this, pours a quantity of gin on the ground for the invisible spirits and prays that all may be well with the man in this new project. During worship, libation is poured on the ground before the shrine or on the emblems of the divinity. The significance of libation lies in the belief that since the liquid softens the ground, it symbolically opens the way to the presence of the divine power or powers. Invocation. This is the act or form of addressing or calling upon the supreme deity or the divinities, and usually takes place during the pouring of libation. As he pours libation on the ground, the officiant addresses the supreme being, the divinity or the ancestor by name, attributes and praise appellations, and invites him to attend and accept the worship. In some cases, a gong or rattle, in some excuse me, in some cases, a gong or rattle is sounded to create an atmosphere of silence and solemnity. Solemnity. Offering. This is what is given as a gift or presentation to the spiritual beings in worship. Kola nut is the frequent offering used by most of the peoples of Nigeria. Other food items like yam, bitter cola, porridge, rice, and fruits can also be offered. As the gift is offered, the officiant again invokes the spiritual being to accept the offering. The Igbo invocation offers a striking example. Chukwu, come and eat kola nut. Ale, come and eat kola nut. Ancestors, come and eat kola nut. The kola nut presented is usually a four vowel. When broken, the officiant asks questions and casts the vowels on the ground as a means of divination. Through the casting and the falling of the vow, the wish of the divinity is known, and the acceptability of the offering is ascertained. The vows may be cast several times until a satisfactory answer is received. Prayer. This is the petition that specifies the request or desire of the worshiper or worshipers. It is the very essence of worship. West African peoples in general firmly believe in the efficacy of prayer. They know that they are in the hands of deity, and all things depend on his will. They also hold the belief that a prayer which is consciously offered by a priest, priestess, worshiper, or worshipers is bound to be answered. However, the motto of prayer in their belief is, "Thy will be done." The prayer is always offered with a concrete intention. More often than not, people pray for material well-being, good health, peace, fertility, and community well-being, protection from danger and against enemies. At times, prayer may take the form of thanking God or the divinity for some help, like the delivery of a child, success in an undertaking, victory over enemies, preservation from danger, and the warding off of epidemics. Usually, the demands of the occasion of worship determines the nature of prayer. In the context of liturgy, prayer comes immediately after the invocation and as the officiant presents the offering to the divinity. The prayer can be said on behalf of a supplicant or the worshippers by the priest, priestess, or the officiant. In congregational worship, the priest or priestess is the sole officiant. He presents each worshiper in turn in front of the shrine. asks him why he has come to worship, and then repeats the worshiper's request or petitions to the divinity. All the while, the worshiper kneels before the divinity. We must remember, however, that prayers are offered by people, not only a, a form of worship, but also at any time and in any place as the worshiper feels or as occasion demands. Such prayers include ejaculatory prayers, which form part and parcel of common life of West African peoples at all times. They seize the opportunity that deity is not localized and addresses him in a spontaneous, intimate terms. The significance of invocation, prayer, and worship can be seen together. From them, we learn the names and attributes of deity or the divinity, the confidence and hopes of the worshippers, the capabilities attributed to spiritual beings, and a general relationship between deity and man. The names and attributes of deity invoked during prayer usually tell us something about his nature and character. Songs. West African people are fond of singing. Music, singing, and dancing, therefore, play an important role in worship. The people have many musical instruments that accompany songs. The commonest are the drums and the gongs. In the daily private worship, music is seldom used. More often than not, a bell or gong may be sounded, and when music is used, it is quiet, solemn, and unaccompanied by musical instruments. But music is employed most extensively during communal worship, on festival occasions, and at funeral rites. These are usually occasions for singing and dancing. Ritual songs are accompanied with clapping, drumming, and dancing. People on these occasions may also go in procession from the temple of their divinity to the town, and there will be much singing and dancing. Songs usually convey sentiments or truth. They express people's feelings of joy, sorrow, or thanksgiving. In religion, each divinity has his special songs and his sacred dances. For example, in the cult of Baruku among the Yaru, the songs are sung in a high-pitched tone and the drums are played with the directness and dexterity of a virtuoso. These are usually accompanied by vigorous dance, and in consequence of the sacred dance and the high-pitched cultic song, people are seized with frenzy. Songs and worship also convey the faith of the worshippers, their belief in and about the divinity, their assurance and hopes with reference to the hereafter. We learn the praise, names, and attributes of divinity through songs and are in worship. Songs also enhance emotional and physical participation in an act of worship, and they often lead to an ecstatic experience, ecstatic expression and possession by the divinity form and an indispensable part of worship during the annual festival of certain divinities like Sango, Oye, Osun, and Baruku in Yoruba land. At such times, the singing and dancing penetrate wholly into the very being of all the worshippers, and the force and energy with which they are performed, provide an outlet for the worshippers' enthusiasm for the divinity so worshiped. A possessed devotee may give a message from the divinity. Posture and attitude in worship. The people of West Africa really believe that the outward form of worship actually has a symbolic significance, totally different from the imagination of a casual observer. Intercourse with the divinities, therefore, is to be carried on most simply through direct personal communication, but also through such bodily action as kneeling and raising up of hands, through sacred dancing and song. For example, during congregational worship, each worshiper may stand or kneel while the officiant, usually the priest or priestess, stands, kneels, or genuflects in front of the shrine. At times, the worshippers may bow their heads and some parts of their body, while women may tie their clothes around their breasts. All these are the outward expression of reverence and respect before the divinity, before the divine. The acts of kneeling and raising the hands, followed by the bowing of the face to the ground, correspond to the behavior of the vassal and giving meaning to a theological phenomenon. And so, in religion, these acts symbolize the submission of the supplicant to a will higher than his or her own. Just got through reading the book, West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Obase Evelelu and Dr. P. Adelumo Dupemu. And we just got to read from chapter 5, The Cults of God and the Divinities. I'm going to tell you, I read the book, Dr. John S.M. Beatty, African Religion and Philosophy. We're reading from chapter 2, the study of African religions and philosophy. On part A, the early approaches and attitudes. These early descriptions and studies of African religions left us with terms which are inadequate, derogatory, and prejudicial. They clearly betray the kind of attitude and interpretation dominant in the mind of those who invented or propagated the different theories about traditional religion. Animism is a word derived from the Latin animal, which means breath, breath of life, and hence carries with it the idea of the soul or spirit. This term has become the most popular designation for African religion and is found in many worship and found in many writings. Even this day, it was invented by the English anthropologist E.B. Taylor, who used it first in an article in 1866 and later in his book Primitive Culture, 1871. For Taylor, the basic definition of religion was to believe in spirit beings. He saw the animal as a shadowy, vaporous, imagine is a vaporous image animating the object it occupied. He thought that the so-called primitive people imagined the animal to be capable of knowing the body and entering other men. Animals or things and continue to live after death. Pursuing the theory further, Taylor went on to say that each primitive man considered every object to have its own sound, have its own soul, thus giving rise to countless spirits in the universe. Can we just read the book, written by Dr. John S.M. Beatty, African Religions and Philosophy. And we read from chapter 3, the concept of time. No, excuse me. We read in chapter 2, the study of African religions and philosophy. Reasons of part 8, the early approaches and attitudes. Now I'm going to read from Dr. E. Balozi I. Dowu, African Traditional Religion, a definition. And we're reading from chapter 3, the study of African traditional religion. And we in number 3, stage ahead of 2 in the study. One can only hope that time will cause those who have made up their mind that certain values are impossible in Africa simply because she is African and not Europe. In this connection, we have a rather disturbing example in F.B. Weber's review of biblical revelation and African beliefs, which was written even at the time of the day with a mindset for finding fault with whatever is done. Wellburn is certainly justified on some points in his criticism, but even the value of such points is densely overshadowed by his glaring prejudice. In his zeal to debunk, he even contradicts himself unwittingly. He condemns Fort Mulengo and Professor Mihita for generalization from particular localities and limited experiences, and yet presumes we to know enough about the whole of Africa as to say that he, Adowu, is surely had tied his mind went okay, and yet presumes to know enough about the whole of Africa as to say that he, Adowu, is surely a his mind, wrong to imply italics, imply mind. All African society believe in a supreme being. He could not have read my forward to the book if he had zeal. If he had read it, he would not have accused the participants at the consultation of African theologians of wittingly or unwittingly contradicting one another in the published papers of the consultation, or speak of their incapability of being aware of the often widely different African societies and of the aggressive negritude of Professor Adawood's introduction. Hence, now once, here we have a veritable negritude of Professor Adawood's introduction. Example of the attitude in a certain category of Westerners when evaluating the works of African authors. Either they are perfunctory in their reading and yet rush to the press with criticism or condemnation, or they resort to the tactics of blind denial. The aggressive negritude of Africans who are prepared to wean themselves intelligently from prefabricated scholarship and made in Europe academic tradition is a phrase with which in its various forms we are now becoming familiar. The augury at the moment with regard to African leadership and research in Africa is that the African scholar will strike the balance by weaning himself from his pseudo Westernism as well as his resentment and unsatisfactory self-assertion. Then his work of interpretation will be scientific, objective, and truly scholarship. Hit my elbow. Okay, we just got through reading African Traditional Religion, a definition written by Dr. E. Baloji Adawu. And we just got to read the study of African Traditional Religion, number 4. African Traditional Religion. No, we're in 3 or 4. 3. Stage of hitherto in the study. When we end today's video, we're going to go to learn101.org. Yaruba and learn101.org. Igbo. Okay, let me see. Okay, we're gonna learn101.org. Yaruba, and we're gonna go to learn101.org. Igbo. Now we're over here on Yaruba and Igbo grammar. Grammar. Scroll down. Scroll down. Go down where it says pronouns in Yaruba. Personal pronouns. I, Emi, or Ima. You, Awo. He, O-on. She, on. We, A-way. They, A-woman. Now, object pronouns. Me, my, you, Awo, him, her, us, we, them, one. Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns. My, your, we, his, her, her, Terry, our, way, their, one. Now let's go to learn101.org, Igbo. Go scroll down where it says personal pronouns and object pronoun, possessive pronoun. Scroll down. Now here we go. I, mu, mue. You, G, giga. He, O, she, O. We, enya, they, hey, heyway. Object pronoun, me, him, you, him, yay, her, yay, us, it, us, and yeah, and them, hey. Possessive pronouns, my, AKM, your, AKY, his. His, AKA, her, her, aka our, aka their, aka gonna get ready to end today's video. Again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby. Thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I'll continue to work on my entertainment and my music interests. So I don't want any of my fans, my support to be discouraged or have any doubts. I'm working on my entertainment, my music interest. And until my next video, take care of yourself, and I wish each and every one of you the very best.